So the trials ended now. Yeah. Nope. Not fully yet. One trial is over, but the DO6 trial is just pretty much begun. Not too sure how many episodes there's gonna be for the rest of this. Is like one or two episodes, probably two from what I'm thinking. But yes, we finally get, Edgeworth is proven not guilty, and the very end, he of course stands up and says, "Objection! I am the one who, you know, I'm guilty of being the murderer at the DL6 incident." So, yeah, wow. Okay, yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review, as you can see by title below. And from what I'm talking about, this is on episode 11 of Ace Attorney. And yes, this episode is pretty much it finishes this trial right here. I mean, DL6 is not finished yet, obviously, but it's pretty much this trial is finished. It was pretty cool to see how everything panned out, and being the boat rental guy was indeed the murderer, and we figure out his reasonings and everything. And so he was pretty much, you know tricking everyone that he had this sleeping problem, that he had this, memory problem. But there was so many things, like, why would he need, if he didn't need a memory thing, if he had no problem with memory, obviously, because at the end he was just like talking normally, like, okay, you know what, the jig is up. I am the one who killed him. I got what I wanted, all this kind of stuff. And I'm just over here like, okay. So he doesn't have memory loss, I'm guessing. So why does he need a parrot that says everything about his, all the secrets? And then why does he have that paper locked in the safe, knowing that they know about the bird and the combination thing? Like, there is no need for that unless he did have a memory problem, but it showed he did not have a memory problem. So why? I'm so confused. He could have got away with it, to be honest. And Phoenix would have had nothing to go, and I mean, there was a couple clues, but he would not have the hard evidence and everything leading up to it in the end because of what the bird said. And I gotta say, cross examination of the bird, was the parrot, that was definitely interesting. I mean, we don't normally see a parrot on the trial stand, so that was interesting. We also got to see Grossberg come up as well and be one of the witnesses, which is pretty cool, since normally it always seemed like he was so scared to be in any of these kind of situations, until finally now he does go in and help out everything. um but yeah, that was pretty much what happened in this, like, following into it, figuring out that, this guy was actually another crazy thing. We find out he was the one that, supposedly he was the one that was framed to killed, Edgeworth's father. And they were in an elevator and everything, and all of a sudden things got a little hectic. And then, of course, we already could see this before. We didn't need Edgeworth to say at the very end, but I wasn't expecting him to go yell it out like, "I'm guilty, I'm the one who did it." Now, of all time, why didn't he say something before if it was like that? I guess now the guilt is really hitting him, maybe, I guess. But yeah, it turns out that that guy, the boat rental guy, was actually, he was the one that was accused of murder. We learn about his reasoning on why he wanted to kill Heyman, or whatever his name was, the other, the guy who pretty much said he was not, I mean, he wasn't guilty, but his whole life just went to shit. I really actually felt sorry for the guy, learning about his wife, committing suicide. Everyone's still thinking he was the murderer and everything, and even though he wasn't the murderer, obviously, because we see at the end Edgeworth accidentally killed his father, which is, that's a sad thing, I gotta admit. That's pretty damn sad. So I'm wondering, like, maybe that's why he became a prosecutor, because obviously, you know, um, he doesn't want this kind of stuff to happen again, where the defense can defend people like that for something like that, when he was actually the person, and the an innocent person was proven guilty in a way, kind of thing. So I'm guessing that's why maybe he changed the prosecutor. I don't know. There may still be other reasonings and everything that we learn later on, but overall, it was a pretty good episode. Von Karma, you have finally been taken down. You finally are no longer undefeated. I swear, man, like, Von Karma started off like super kind of like I was like, dang, this guy is scary. He knows his shit and everything, and just pretty damn intimidating. But that's what it seems like for me. It's all intimidation. He just tries to intimidate his opponent, intimidate the judge, and like when all of a sudden someone starts to say something like, "Oh no, they're getting the information," he's like, "No, get this out of here. Get this parrot out of here. We don't need it here. It's already gone. We're done." He has no, he doesn't really seem that good to me, to be honest. It's just he's intimidates people and gets the information on all the what's it called, the you know the how what would stop him from everything, and he tries to take it away. He tried to change the parrot and retrain the parrot so the parrot wouldn't say anything about the 6 incident, so like it's just like this guy, he ain't good. But yeah, in the end we finally, Phoenix did it. They were able to say that Edgeworth was not guilty, obviously, because the boat rental guy said he was guilty of it. But of course, the very end, we get that huge cliffhanger with Edward saying that he, of course, was guilty of killing his father at the DO6 incident. So I cannot wait to see how the next episode is. It seems like the trial is now going to be, I mean, this obviously we're going to be on the DO6 incident, but the trial continues from the looks of the preview. I'm wondering how everything's going to go. Like, why would he say that kind of thing anyway? Like, it's not like it's gonna help anything except his guilt. I'm guessing that's it, because it's already too late for this the boat rental guy. Really, he just ruined his life, by not saying anything before. And I honestly, I just can't wait to see how everything goes on, with how the DO6 incident will finish. Like, what is there to stop, since Edgeworth claimed he was guilty. He killed him. And I mean, we've seen the stuff already that he really was the one. Well, we didn't get to see the exact thing, but he was grabbing the gun and kind of thing. So obviously it probably was him. And if Edgeworth is standing up and saying that, it probably is him, So I'm not too sure how the next episodes will be with this trial and everything. It's kind of weird, just to be honest. Like, I've never seen, I would never think that he would say that, and then how the trial would progress, because it's already pretty much, he said that he's guilty, So I don't know. I'm excited to see how they will do it, how everything will pan out for the DL6 incident, if more things will be connected in these following episodes. I almost forgot. It was also nice to see how the friendship of Phoenix and Edgeworth at the beginning, with Edgeworth saying, objection, just when he was a young kid as well, So you definitely see why they became friends and everything. But yeah, I can't wait to see the next episode, guys. That's really all I gotta say. Overall, pretty good. Another good arc. I'm guessing the arc's not fully finished, but you know what I mean. This trial is done. It was cool to see all these new things, And of course, Von Karma losing, the parrot, Edgeworth actually being the murderer, and Phoenix winning against Von Karma with his wind blast finger thing. Not this time, it's not the snapping of the fingers, it's just like a boom, see ya. That's pretty much what happened. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, can't wait to see how it's going to be in the next episode. So that's all I got to say, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed you want to talk about, comment below as well. And yeah, till next time, guys. See ya.